as a manager, what on earth is this day like, and how different is it when you've got these midweek fixtures as well? We've seen sometimes we've had live games on the evening of deadline day when you're trying to get your deals done and you've got a match to think about as well.
I'd love to tell you it's really dramatic that we're all sat in the war room and looking at a red phone and waiting for it to go off. But the reality is, for a manager,
that doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Well, it might do. Some clubs, I'm not sure, but the reality is, I think for a manager, it's actually a lot calmer than what you'd probably imagine. I think it's the people behind the scenes that are doing the groundwork. You know, a big shout out today to the club secretaries who will be getting the paperwork. It's more about that side of it. The head of recruitment will be the ones doing all the phone calls. I think as a manager, you know where you're set. You're just expecting a call, whether it's done or it's not. Or if this has happened, what do you think? And maybe that's the way that you come in, but it's not what people probably expect in terms of you sat, like I said, in a room staring at a phone hoping a million miles an hour. So you're hoping it's a bit more organised than that. Sorry to disappoint.
I'm devastated.
I know, I'm sorry.
Absolutely devastated. I had scenes out of Mission Impossible going on there in my head.
The old school fax machines, you just there trying to, get the information into it.
Expecting like an NFL draft, don't you?
Don't you get players phoning you up saying, get me out of here, or... Not that they didn't like you.
No, like I said, I think as we said earlier, that's the bigger worry for me that I've had on transfer deadline days and before, obviously the weeks leading up to that is more what's going to come from within.
What has happened that's taken you by surprise?
I've had players before where, not strictly on deadline day, but pretty close to it, where I've had players where we're playing a game an hour before kick-off. I've had a player come in to me and say that I don't want to play now, and he was named in the starting 11. We've done all the preparations. We're just about to go out for the warm-up, and he's pulled me in the side room and said that my agents told me I shouldn't be playing today, and you're kind of in a situation like that. So those sort of things happen. That's more of a concern as a manager that I've been through.
Do you want a name?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I think I better be fair.
Was it a single name or a double name?
Could be either. But without a doubt, he played no. He saw the sense in the end. But things like that can happen. I think as a manager, that's more what I've ever been concerned about, rather than what's maybe coming in and deal with.
I guess the flip side, though, if you've told a player that we don't want you anymore, you can go, and then you come in the next morning and still there you are, I've now got to talk to him.
That's happened as well.
Yeah.
So, but no, look, it's all about the character, innit? You can judge it off the character, like that player there in particular that came in an hour before. If it had been a player that was a little bit, I felt I didn't have a good relationship with and could talk him round to see sense, then you would have had to make a decision there an hour before kick-off. He's now leaving and we draft someone else in. So, but thankfully, he was a good enough character to see sense in the end.